We have two of WA's absolute AFLW stars in today. West Coast captain Bella Lewis, hello.
Hey Jackson, how are you?
And Freo star Orlagh Lally, welcome.
Thank you.
We're brought to you today by TabTouch. Got the touch? Download the TabTouch app today. What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. Bella, you're back. You did the W podcast last year,
Yep.
But a captaincy role this year. What's the pre-season been like? Has it been different with a bit of a leadership role?
Yes and no. I mean, a lot of the roles that Charlie and I were doing, we did last year as well. So it's been really good just to have the support of everyone, to be honest. It's just been really easy transition with the support we've had.
We're on the eve of your first game. They're pretty long off seasons, AFLW off seasons, or I'd say you probably agree. How you must just be itching at this point to get into it. You got Gold Coast, Mineral Resources Park tomorrow night.
100%, yeah. All would be the same, but I reckon you go through 11, 12 weeks pre-season and it just feels so long, and then you get a week out and you're like, whoa, where's the time gone?
Yeah.
Like, here we go. So we're really excited.
Are you the same? Port Adelaide on Sunday. You've got the road trip first up.
Yes, looking forward to it. Some people kind of wish to be at home first round, but I think travelling is always good. Get it out of the way, get the process going, and it's always a time to kind of bond as well as a team.
The first week of the season is obviously special. You had 3 debutants, one club debutant, Bella Smith, and 2 others named today. How exciting is that? I mean, the videos that get posted on socials, like the glimpse that the fans get to see, are pretty awesome. Does it feel really special as to being part of it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it kind of brings you back to when you first debuted yourself, and I'm an emotional person at the best of times, so getting to see the girls and I suppose how much it meant to them, and even Mim and Indy, having a sister and such a deep connection with the club. But the girls have worked so hard since coming in, and they deserve nothing more than to debut, and just the love and excitement that was around the girls after it got announced was just unbelievable.
So you mentioned Indy Strom, the sister of Mim, who was an All-Australian last year, but then you've also got Georgie Brisbane, who is a really exciting prospect, right? Key forward, takes a big mark. Tell us about her.
Yeah, absolutely. I think even Bella will be able to say all these younger girls coming in to see the talent, and I think even the professionalism they have straight off. Like, it's not like we're having to train them up or anything. They're bringing in standards themselves, and Brizzy has done that since day one. So not only is she a talented player, she works super hard, and also again just brings that leadership and brings them standards. So it's going to be really exciting to see her out there playing.
You've got a few debutants as well. A lot of players that have, particularly like the pioneers, the girls that played early in the competition, talk about just the incredible knowledge that the girls coming through now have, like terminology, football smarts, but also professionalism. Is that what you found with your youngsters coming through?
Oh, 100%. Like, I reckon every year you'd probably maybe have 2 or 3 that you expect to debut, and all 5 of ours would be able to put their hand up and say that they could. Like, an example, one of our girls, Kayla Daggs, who's debuting tomorrow, she's got an incredible footy IQ brain, and one of the first things she said today was in our meetings, she was like, oh, I hope you mind, like, I don't bring a notebook to draw because I can just see it in my mind. I can just see it on the field. And that's just an example.
Like photographic memory?
Yeah, she can just see. She just understands the patterns and what's going on. So she's 18, and like that, it usually takes a couple of years to develop, but exactly to your point, like they're coming in and they know what's going on. So.
And your other debutant is Lou Painter, who's already straight into the midfield in the practice games. What can we expect from her?
Just an absolute workhorse. She's one of those girls that came in that was like, I'm going to take your spot, but it's because I'm going to work hard. So to be able to have those girls that all of a sudden, when they're 18, bringing in those standards, it makes you recompass yourself almost. She's just an absolute workhorse. She can kick it about 60 metres off one kick. So, yeah, the fans will love to watch her.
Obviously, your second season under Daisy Pearce, a lot was made of her move over. How have you found her second pre-season now that you understand kind of how she operates and she knows how the girls operate and she's settled into the role? Has it been different working under her now? Yeah,
I think for her, mainly just to feel settled, not even just in her new role, but she's got 2 young kids and a partner in Ben, so for them to settle in Perth in a different environment has been really good for her. And I think team-wise, last year we spoke a lot about it was for belief and belonging was what she really wanted to instill in us, whereas this year we can really go after the layers of our game plan and what we want to get after physically. So, yeah, for her to be able to have that first year and going forward, it'll be the same every year. So.
The club won a record 4 games last season. Do you feel that you're ready to take the next step? Because not in rebuilds or builds in your case, they're not always completely linear, but are you confident that you can make that jump and contend for finals this season?
Yeah, we think so. And a lot of that is, again, like I said before, belief. And we've got a lot of girls now that are driving the standards, and I've spoken a couple of times about those 2nd to 4th year players who are really instrumental in that. So you've got your older leaders like Swanee and Gibbo and Belinda Smith and those girls who've driven it for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And now you've got your Jess Rentsch's, Lou Painters, those kind of girls that are driving the standards. So I think as long as we keep doing that and we keep staying process driven, that would be the goal.
I think yourself and Charlie will be among the youngest captains West Coast have ever had. With that in mind, how important is having Emma Swanson and her leadership experience to help you in your early years of doing the job?
Super important, yeah. She was definitely a mentor for both of us coming in separately. So she's very glad to be out of the captaincy spotlight now. And she did so much for us girls and as a program as well. So she'd never enforce herself on what she thinks that we should do. It's never been her style. So sometimes we're like, we need your help.
Yeah.
So she's just been an incredible shoulder for support, and she always knows what to do. She always says the right thing.
Who's flipping the coin? Have you decided?
We thought for round 1 we could both do it.
Yeah.
And then
That's
next
nice.
week we'll just flip and change. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Pre-game speeches?
Also haven't decided on that. We might toss a coin, to be honest.
Okay.
But
Good idea.
yeah.
Let it flow.
I don't know.
whenever it comes.
TBC. Yeah.
And if you get on a winning streak, I feel like you've probably got to stick with it, right?
Yeah.
Just back
I
yourself
reckon.
in.
I think so.
Orla, we haven't had you on the show before, so tell us a little bit about yourself. You're obviously one of a number of Irish players at Fremantle. How did you go from growing up in Ireland to playing AFLW football?
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a different journey. A lot of people there that play AFL and AFLW, the dream is playing it as they grow up. So I probably didn't know of it when I was that bit younger. But absolutely loved many different types of sports, especially when I was younger. And probably the best thing getting to try so many. But Gaelic was one that I just absolutely loved. I think the team sport and also playing for where you're from, there's just such pride and community spirit to it. So that was ultimately the one that I fell in love with and played for many years growing up, and then was fortunate enough to be part of a really successful team, and we won 3 All-Irelands, the equivalent to a premiership over here. And it was just post-COVID and LGFA, so the ladies Gaelic was really grown at the time, and we hit a record of 56,000 at the final, and I think that was a really huge milestone. And then obviously they also air the AFLW games at home, so had a bit of a look at that, and I think there's something like 39 Irish girls in the competition now, which is pretty insane to think about, but definitely took my eye a little bit, and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. So was approached then at home and asked if I'd like to give it a go, and I was like, that's something I would definitely like to have a go at.
I'm interested in the concept of you play for where you're from and that's it, because it's like just so different to what we have with now a fully national draft. Tell us about where you grew up and the pride of breaking into that side, because you could come through a generation where you just have a good team and you never get into it, or you have a good team and like yourself, you win lots of titles. So tell us about that and the differences between that, and then you're now at Freo, which is a bit of a melting pot of people, right, from all over the country, from overseas.
It was actually a huge learning as well when I first came over. As I said, we play with a football team where you're from. So I grew up in County Meath, so I played for County Meath, and as you said, it kind of depends on what talent is in the area, but I think that's what's given me a real deep belief in talent will only get you so far. We had talented girls, but we also bought into a whole team environment and a whole team culture where we worked really hard, we worked for each other, and the same with staff. And I think that probably sticks with me more than anything, realising the success we could have with that, and then coming over here realising that I was like, what do you mean everyone changes clubs? That was definitely a bit of a shock, but it's probably helped me as well because I've had to adjust to, I suppose, different cultures and getting to know different people and adjusting to how they play. So it was a big learning on my behalf. I think there's probably pros and cons to both, but a really interesting probably part of my journey.
So was Fremantle the first club to approach you?
Yes, it was in 2022. So they initially were thinking 2023, and then we realised that there was the second season coming up in 2022. And as I said, post-COVID, it was like you would take any chance you could to travel and see the world. So I suppose both came up, a professional sporting career and also getting to be the other side of the world. So it was pretty crazy.
You have a couple of girls this season that probably feel like debutants in Anne Stannett and Kiara Bowers coming back into your side. But I think the fascinating thing with Fremantle this season is the players that you added in their absence last season. So Ash McCarthy, Gabby Newton, and now Bowers and Stannett come back into this midfield. Hayley Miller goes forward. You've got your draftees. It feels really exciting, right? Because there's genuine depth there now.
Yeah, there really is. And a few people have asked, what's the team looking like? And if someone asked me to write it down, I wouldn't be able to.
So you can't give us an exclusive today?
No, and I don't even know. I wouldn't be able to even try and write it down. I'm like, there's so much, as I said, talent, but also people that genuinely really work hard and bring such professional standards. So having that depth is really good for us, especially.
With that in mind, do you feel like the team's ready to take the jump? You played finals last year. You've added these pieces. Is there a feeling among the group that you can take the next step?
I definitely think there is a feeling among us, and the hard work has been put in. But at the same time, we also acknowledge that the whole competition is growing. Teams that ultimately may not have been near the top of the ladder have really started to improve, and the same with every team in the comp. We played Bella not so long ago, and West Coast were really, really good. Like, they were a really good outfit when they turned out, and the same with St Kilda when we played them. So we know that nothing is going to come easy either.
The AFL Captain survey came out a week or two ago. None of them tipped Fremantle to win the flag. Are you someone that reads into that at all? Because I know that in the West offices we all kind of went, well, that doesn't feel right, because we kind of see you as genuine contenders. Do you like, I mean, this might be Bella, this might be more of a West Aussie thing, but do you guys buy into the like us against the rest, like you're going over to the East Coast to prove them wrong sort of vibe?
I suppose we always do a little bit, buy into it, that it kind of adds a bit of fire to your belly. I definitely don't read into it. I think only opinion that matters is ours and within our inner sanctum. So I definitely kind of use it as a positive way, and similar to home, we obviously won 3 All-Irelands, but before that no one had ever backed us in to win, and it was 50 years before we had won one before that. So I think, again, just them learnings really stand, because it realises that it's actually what you and your team care about and the values that are within that matter the most.
Tell us about the other Irish girls at the club.
Yes, they're great. There's 5 of us. We stole one from West Coast, which I'm very glad about.
You really got the whole comp in your team.
Yeah. No, they're all great. And I suppose especially Anya, when I first came over, she took me in under her wing, and she's proven to be an elite athlete out there, and hopefully we'll have her back out soon. But even Ash Mack, I've played her a couple of times at home in Ireland, so I never thought we'd play in the same team one day, but here we are, and I'm definitely not complaining.
On your ties, one of the more incredible athletes in the competition, like her overhead marking and stuff like that. I feel like we got a glimpse of it 2 seasons ago, and then we were kind of robbed of it last year. How exciting is that proposition to have her back in the forward line?
Yeah, it's so exciting. I think she kind of redeveloped the tall player and the tall forward, or even the ruck. Like, a lot of the time it was like you're there for a certain reason, but she just brought this height, this agility, speed, everything, which kind of shocked a lot of people. So I don't know how she does it, really. I admire her a lot, but it's really exciting. I think she still has so much more to bring. You
probably wouldn't have watched the first game of AFLW, but it's obviously the 10th anniversary or the 10th season of AFLW this season. Bella, what are your memories of that first game, the Carlton-Collingwood one, which will obviously be the Thursday night game to open the season right before yours? Do you have memories of that game or early Eagles games or of that first season?
I remember, because I would have been in Year 9, so I don't know, maybe 15, 16. I remember that game probably putting it on the map for me, because at that point I hadn't watched a lot of football just in general. Loved playing footy, but I don't think I watched a lot of it. And I just remember hearing it all over the news and Gil being out the front, locking people out.
Open the doors.
And just that was kind of when it boomed as this whole talking point of this is going to become a real league. So, I definitely, it probably sparked, that was probably the moment that it sparked me wanting it to be a career.
Yeah.
Because that was at the time where you're going through the state pathway and it becomes a little bit more serious. So having that as something that I could physically see, which is just a great example of what we can still do today, it was just a really powerful thing.
There's one young player I want to ask you about at the Eagles that Daisy spoke about today, and that's Jess Rentsch. Sounds like she's just ready to blow the competition apart, right? Obviously a top draftee a couple of years ago, spent time down back, but sounds like she'll be unleashed in the midfield a little bit more this season. Yeah,
I don't want to jinx her, but she's just she's an incredible athlete. She's an incredible worker. The way she's just blown up this preseason has just been ridiculous, to be honest. She's going to be one to watch for so many years, and I think she's changed a lot of our dynamic in the midfield and us as a team. We've got, similar to Freo, a lot more depth in our side this year. So having girls like Rentschy, which you can unleash in the midfield, is going to be a really scary prospect.
You touched on some of the experience before, but Ali Drennan's another midfielder that'll roll through there. How important is that? You spoke about the leadership side, but also having big, hardened bodies that can go through there and help as well. How important is that?
Yeah, really important. And the other thing is all of our incredible mids are still so young. So being able to have the support of someone like Dreno in there is really good. She's really level-headed. She's also just a complete workhorse, and she's had the experience. She's been in a couple other clubs. So she's pretty switched on, and helps that we play her old side as well tomorrow night. So, we really benefit from her.
While we're ticking off players, what could Ella Roberts be this season?
Anything, to be honest. She's just an incredible. Obviously, you don't need to hear me say it. She's just a freak at what she does. And I think the thing that she's added this year is she's come back off her All-Australian and best and fairest, and she's just worked hard. She's continued to work hard and hasn't made it a big deal at all. And she's developing more things in her game. I think we forget sometimes she's only 20. So she's got so much more development. And for us as a team to develop is just going to help her even more. And that's what she truly wants. So it's exciting.
I think the expectation, she becomes one of the best players in the comp this year. Do you have any other players elsewhere that you particularly like watching, learning from, or just like watching as a footy fan?
Yeah, I've always admired Tyler Hanks from Melbourne.
Okay.
I really like her, just the way she goes about it. She's just very, very much a humble competitor. She just goes about her business, it seems like she's really trying to help the team, elite skills.
Yeah.
I remember when Daisy came over and got the job, and immediately I was like, she's my idol. You have to introduce us at some point.
Have you met?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Daisy introduced us, freaked out. But she's been incredible for Melbourne, and I'm sure she will be this year.
Same question, Orla. Are there Irish girls around the competition that you like watching, or do you have a favourite player?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of Irish girls, but I think one player I've really taken a liking to is Ebony Marinoff. We played her obviously last year, and then even seen her throughout the comp after the past few years. Just her work rate and ability to kick off both sides of the body and skills, everything is just elite. And how she continues to try and up her game by 1%ers every year, no matter how well she does. I just think it's really elite by her.
We want to play a game, quick word association game, which we've tried on this podcast before. I think last time we did it was with WWE wrestlers.
Oh my God.
Oh dear.
But we're going to give it a go. So I've got a list of names for each of you.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
All of you go.
Okay.
Do you want to go first?
Ready?
Stitch right there.
Either you're going to take my words or...
So I've got 6 names of people or things here, and it's one word answers. First things that comes to your head, all right? So let's start with Kiara Bowers.
Work rate.
Ange Stannett.
Beast.
Lisa Webb.
Funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got a really good character about her. She makes a joke, but always gets people laughing in the room.
Okay. West Coast side, Charlie Thomas.
Oh, strong.
Strong. West Coast Eagles.
Competitors.
Nat Fife.
Unique.
Okay. Very good. Are you ready?
I think so. That's good.
Yeah, you've done very well. Daisy Pearce.
Queen.
Charlie Thomas. Well, we did her in the back page of the paper as the Queen of Perth.
Yeah.
Very appropriate.
I kept that.
Charlie Thomas.
Reliable.
Kiara Bowers.
Beast.
You are stealing words.
Well, when
That's
you
a hard
said
one,
I
though,
was
she
thinking
is.
beast, so I'm going to... Bull. Good bull.
Emma Swanson.
The best.
Fremantle Dockers.
Competitors as well.
Guys.
They are. Physical.
Harley Reid.
Gone.
Freak.
Yeah. Fair. Thank you very much, both of you. Bella, good luck tomorrow night. Gold Coast kicking off the season. That's going to be massive opening night. Really, really excited. And all are away at Port Adelaide.
Yes.
Best of
thank you
luck
very much.
and good luck for the season. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
on.
No
Thank
worries,
you.
Thank you.
Thank you to you both. We are brought to you by Tab Touch. Got the touch? Download the Tab Touch app today. What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. Remember, you can watch or listen to this podcast on YouTube Music. Leave us a rating and a review, and don't forget to follow this podcast so you don't miss an episode.